This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
Psych. No Wes tonight. Wes is taking the night off. The Veronica Corningstone is on vacation. I'm Ron Burgundy, joined by Max Arraj, Justin Jarrett, Max Arraj with you for a Tuesday night edition of the LowcoSports Lowdown. We've got friends in the green room. We'll be talking with Conner Worl in just a little bit about the Bluffton Derby. Our boy Misa found a way to pull it out against his boy Foxy. So we'll hear more about that. And I think Conner also has some dirt on the Hilton Head game, which I don't even know the score of that one yet. So I look forward to hearing about that. I'm kind of coming in hot. I was coaching softball tonight, so I'm running a little bit behind on getting us a ticker together, but we'll get that together. Max, how you holding up, buddy? How was your day today?
It was a good day. I didn't get out to anything today, but I was paying attention to quite a few games, including Beaufort softball against Elizabethton. Yeah. Rough loss for Beaufort High. That just shows that Elizabethton. Yeah. I mean, we saw them play May River yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, they held May River to 1, right? Like May River's been putting runs on everybody, so I figured.
Well, I mean, Beaufort's done that as well. Yeah, Beaufort's done the same thing, and somehow Elizabethton was able to hold Beaufort High scoreless tonight. Right. And despite Kylie Rass throwing 12 more strikeouts today. It just shows that Elizabethton has a really strong softball team apparently. But yeah,
no question.
That was the main game I was looking at today. Other than that, it was a bit of a quiet night for me. But just keeping an eye on all the sports going around here in the Lowcountry.
Yeah, you're not you like me. You're like I can appreciate a good soccer game, but like it's not my thing. But that's why we have our guy Conner Worl. It is his thing very much, and he was out there for his first Bluffton Derby tonight as a reporter at least. So let's get Conner in here and get the scoop. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How are you guys?
Welcome back, brother. Always good to be out coaching softball and know that you've got it on lockdown at one of the big soccer matches of the year. Anytime Bluffton and May River get together, that one's always fun. And May River's kind of had the upper hand the last few years, and they kept it tonight. And, I think going into it, having seen them both, obviously against different competition, you felt like Bluffton had a slight edge, but the Sharks pulled it out tonight. So how were they able to overcome?
Yeah, I was definitely proven wrong this game by when I was talking with Coach Misa after the game. He's like, I know you had Bluffton as the favorite. We really got you today. And I was like, you didn't have to bring that up. But yes,
he did.
It was a great game. The atmosphere was absolutely amazing tonight. The stands absolutely packed out in the Bluffton end and in the May River end as well. It was I thought it was going to be more of a tactical game, but there was a lot of sprinting around. The guys were absolutely gassed after the game on both ends. So I really enjoyed my first Bluffton Derby, and I believe they play one more time this year, if I'm not wrong. And I'm excited for that one as well. But May River really had the edge tonight in that. I think once again, the midfield was just very big tonight. Obviously, Bluffton did not have Josue because of that red card. Right. So I think they missed him a good amount today. But I think May River really just fought out a hard game today in the 2-1 victory. Yeah.
Misa's usually got a good game plan. And if they can execute it, they'll have a chance at least. And as you know, the margins in this game are so thin that if you can put yourself in a position to have a chance, then a lot of things can happen. So take us through the action. I know it was 1-1 at halftime, right? But
yes.
How'd we get there?
Yeah, so Bluffton came out really on the front lines. So they were really passing it back and forth in the back line, trying to build it up, obviously trying to get that first goal, which they did through Rolando Hernandez. It was a breakaway goal, should be coming up in just a second. Right. And then May River tied it going into the halftime, like one of the last plays until that second half started. And then 5 minutes into that second half, May River just came out flying and got that soon to be winner, I would say. Yeah, that second goal to win the game.
They go conservative after that, after they got the lead, kind of park it
not
a
as
bit,
much as I thought they were going to. Yeah, I mean, they definitely had still their striker up there making runs in between the back lines, but here's the goal here.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty good.
But they I wouldn't say they parked the bus, but obviously it was more defense.
Federico's always got to get in there.
Yes,
Federico
always.
loves the camera.
No, as soon as he scored, he came straight towards the camera.
Great, I love it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I wonder though, would it have been a different game if Josue was playing? Would we be thinking of a different game here?
Yes,
Very
definitely.
possible, yeah.
He's obviously a great player, but he's also just a leader out there on the field. And you could tell they really missed him today. I'm not sure if the result would have been different, but I guess we'll never know.
Never will. I mean, they slid somebody else in there too. So, but yeah, and you hope that both teams are at full strength for the rematch. That's the beauty of playing them twice. Is if you are down a man for whatever reason, you get another crack at them. But really competitive match, obviously. And you, any other takeaways from it? Any guys that you got to see May River, but it was in a rainy night against a subpar opponent. So, any guys jump out at you tonight that maybe didn't catch your eye the other night?
I think Jacob Medeiros really stood out to me. He had both of the goals tonight, so he was really just cutting through lines today. And number 3, I didn't get his name. He's a captain there for them. He really kept things calm, especially when they went down a goal. He was like, just stay calm. We're still in this game. And really kept that. He was in the midfield today, kind of in a deeper lying midfield position, kind of in between those center backs.
That's Alonso Pena. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent player.
Yeah, he was really sitting in between those two center backs, just distributing, getting it out to those wide attacking players.
Gotcha. What are we looking at here? Still 1-0.
Yeah.
About to get. Oh, you missed the equalizer. I remember that.
Yes.
I remember you lamenting that over text. It happens, man. Especially in this game. Like you.
Yeah. No, as soon as I
you're on point for like 30 minutes, and then you let your guard down for just a second, and they score a goal.
Yeah, it was right before halftime too. Really caught me off guard.
I would assume that equalizer was kind of that like mood swing between teams.
Oh yeah, especially right before halftime. That's huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going in on a high for May River going into halftime, you could tell they were very, very happy to have that equalizer before halftime. It was a great save there.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they came out. You said they came out flying in the second half.
Yes.
And that's the
and that happens because of the goal before halftime. That gives you a little extra step coming out of halftime, a little more energy.
Oh,
you go in down 1-0, you're kind of beaten down, but you go in there tied up.
Close.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was
double crossbar action.
Oh.
Right. You can see Bay River was still sending some players forward, trying to get a goal just to get that 2-goal cushion.
Well, I mean, it's huge, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo.
You feel a lot more comfortable when you're up two. When you're up 2 goals rather than 1.
A lot more comfortable. Man, that was a really good ball to that back post. Woo.
Yes.
Dangerous.
Lots of good crosses today from both sides.
Heck of a battle. And you got some intel from the Nest as well, from Pops?
Yes. So it was a 3-2 victory for Hilton Head over James Island.
Oh,
wow. A crazy upset. He texted me right after the game. It was like 9 minutes left or something. It's like, Hilton said up 3-2. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, that's a crazy result. He didn't really know that it was a crazy result. But it was a Tyler Ulcer hat trick today for Hilton Head.
So James Island has now lost to a Bobcats team with only 10 men.
Yep.
And they've now just lost to Hilton Head as well.
When they were up 1-0 or 2-1 going into halftime. James Island.
Yeah. Wow. So I think, man, that shakes up the whole region there. Because we all thought James Island's probably the strongest team. Well, at least we think they were the strongest team in this region. And to see them lose to both Bluffton, a shorthanded Bluffton, and a Hilton Head team. And I'm not saying Hilton Head's not a strong team. They are a strong team, and they just proved that tonight. So
but they were 3, and then they just beat James Island. So that 1-3. Sorry, they were 1-3.
That's really impressive by both Bluffton and Hilton Head to beat what is supposed to be a real strong James Island team. So I'm intrigued to see how the rest of the season goes in region play, because now that James Island's got 2 losses in region play, I'm excited to see who comes out on top in that region.
Yeah, it really does open the gate for multiple teams, May River, Bluffton. Any team can really step up and go on a run.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I like this.
Yes.
Yeah, it even keeps the door open because Beckham's got 1 loss. Bluffton's got 2, May River's got 2, James Island's got 2 now. So it just keeps the door open for everybody a little bit to even be able to sneak into number 1 if you just take care of business. So that's fun. That tightens the screws a little bit. That's going to be a fun finish. Beckham's tough. That's going to be, I think they're kind of the front runner right now, but man, margins are really thin.
Yeah, I think May River is playing against Lucy Beckham on Friday.
You know, Madero's has a couple caps, right? With the Bermudan national team or something.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Bermudan. This summer, 16, the U16 or U19, right? U20, I don't know what it was. But Misa came on and told us about it. Now I've lost the details in my mind. But he's got a couple caps already, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool for a high school kid to have caps under his belt. But yeah, he's a baller. Bermuda national under 20s. There you go. Yeah,
okay.
That's what I thought,
cool.
but I was doubting myself suddenly. But man. So really solid effort by May River tonight. Haven't seen the girl scores yet from that region. I've been looking for those. Again, I was coming in a little late and didn't have a chance to check all my places. But those guys scores, very interesting. Definitely tightens the table up a little bit as far as what we expected. So gonna be a fun finish. What do you got on tap next? You got one you got your eyes on?
Yeah, Thursday, Hilton Head versus Bluffton at Hilton Head. That should be a fun one.
Oh, so, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yes, should be a fun one.
Especially with Hilton Head, feeling
Hilton Head coming off a good win, Bluffton
right now,
coming off a loss. So should be a fun game.
Yeah, absolutely. Good times. Well, you also had an interview here with Coach Misa and the boys. So
I have Coach Misa here. What were your thoughts on the win today? Did these players stand out to you today?
I think it was a very tough game, as we knew it was going to be a close game. So our focus tonight was just to make them work and work harder than they would. The season that we've had, we're used to playing tough games against tough teams. So it feels good to get a much needed region win, but also give them the first home loss, and then play the way we did. The boys held on and played them tough, and that's a great response to what we've had this last few games in our region. So very proud of the boys.
Absolutely. What do they think of the game today?
What do you think, Jacob?
My personal opinion is, I thought, in my opinion, we had it from the jump. We came into this game locked in. All the players knew what needed to be done. Bluffton was talking all season. We let them do their own thing. We played our game. We didn't try anything stupid. Played simple, and we came out with the win. So I think we played a good game. That's about it.
I'm following up what Jacob said. Like we said, we all locked in. We all had one mission. It wasn't an individual thing. It was a team thing. That's why we got this win. And, everybody in Bluffton knows who the talk of the town is.
The atmosphere was amazing. Lots of people showed out. I don't know if it was for us. I don't care. No Sharks. Fins up.
Yeah, absolutely. And what did you guys think, like, as you said, the fans coming out to support you guys? What does that mean to you guys, and what does this win mean going forward?
Oh, one thing that's been consistent with our program since we've been here is that our fans come out and support. We always have the biggest crowd in our home games and away games. They always come out and support. So that's one thing that we don't worry about. Our fans come out. We had a ton of alumni here tonight, both parents and players that came out and support, and that's just kind of what this program is about. When you're in May River Soccer, you're in it for life, and we support each other even after we graduate. So it was awesome. And to put the result that we had, I don't think Bluffton's beaten us in over a year, so it was good to see and keep that streak going. But again, the Derby, it's a big rivalry, and Bluffton is still blue. And our hope is that we keep it blue tonight and we continue on to our next game.
All right, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
For such a nice guy, he really is a world-class trash talker. Like just one of the greatest guys in the world, but world-class trash talker. So good.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was your first true Misa experience. It sounded like he was a little hoarse. I think he had to do a lot of instructing tonight during a big game, definitely. But no, any last takeaways before we let you call tonight?
Well, if I had to guess the score lines for both the games today, the Hilton Head versus James Island, the Bluffton versus May River game, I would have gone 0-2. So hopefully I can be better next time.
That's what makes this gig so great, man. Is you think you got it all figured out, but they, as Kenny Mayne famously said, they don't play the games on paper; they play them inside television sets.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Hilton Head versus Bluffton matchup on Thursday.
Yeah, man.
As well, so.
Should be good times.
Yeah,
well, we appreciate your reports. Always great, and great job tonight. And we'll talk to you real soon, man.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, take care. Conner Worl with our Lowco soccer report. Always good stuff from him. Sharks get the dub tonight in a big one in the Bluffton Derby, as Coach Misa calls it.
How about Hilton Head, man? Hilton Head taking the win over
That's
James
big
Island.
time. That is huge. Yeah, I mean, you can tell from the results that James Island was a little bit more gettable this year than they have been. I think just everybody's kind of come up to their level a little bit. But that's big. That's big. I mean, it drives home that any given night, somebody
that puts James Island. It puts James Island with 2 region losses,
right?
Which is huge.
And they still got to play May River again, and they still got to play Bluffton again, and they still got to play Beckham again.
So I mean, it opens the door. It opens the door for anyone in this region with that loss to Hilton Head. To Hilton Head. So I mean,
you got to beat Beckham.
Dude, I'm excited.
Beckham's now.
They got to beat Beckham. Yeah,
somebody's got to knock them off to open the door back up. But it's right there for the ticket.
What a win!
Yeah, big time. MVP sponsors of Lowco Sports. Start with my wife, Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of Lowco Sports. She's with Keller Williams of the Lowcountry, the new Anchor Home Group, and she'd love to help you find your place in the Lowco and put down an anchor in the best place. So call on Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of Lowco Sports. She's right here. Homegrown Home Inspections, the official home inspectors of Lowco Sports. Jan Lucas and his team are the best in the business when it comes to making sure you're making a great investment in the real estate market. They're going to check your home over from top to bottom, or if you're building a new home, you got to have that phased inspection. They'll check it out every step of the way and make sure that home is built up to specs and you are move-in ready on move-in day. Homegrown Home Inspections. Mickelson Law Firm, the official real estate closing attorney of Lowco Sports and our original sponsor since 2017. Ryan and Tiffany and the Mickle Squad are our presenting sponsors of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage, and we appreciate all their support, so call on them for all your legal needs. And Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, the official hospice care of Lowco Sports, and the official hospice provider of, and the only not-for-profit hospice in Southern Beaufort County. And they're the officially the Golden Oyster Award winner for Best Nonprofit. So, we love to have their support, love to be partners with Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, where it's not about dying, it's about living. Those are our MVP sponsors. Misa weighing in with this region is insane. Yeah. Cannot disagree there. We knew it would be. I mean, it always is, but certainly is this time around. We're going to step away from the high school stuff for a minute now. Talk a little USCB outside the realm of the Sand Shark Rewind, because we had big news today. Sand Shark men's golf at home for the Oldfield Classic. We told you last night they had the lead after the first 2 rounds. They closed it out today, got the dub. Brackin Lambert joins us now to tell us about keeping the hardware at home at the Oldfield Classic. Big time stuff. Even par today, which is pretty impressive. 4 over for 3 rounds. And Ellis Bright, that dude was locked in.
From the tee box, man. From hole number 1, he was locked in. He had a great day. And I don't know, it was just something different. He had that mindset the entire 2 days. I wish I could have stayed out there a little bit more with him the last yesterday to get through at least 20 or so holes, but only got through about 7 before baseball. But man, he was lights out. I mean, he was just hitting everything. He had a big stretch there with birdies, and then he had a couple of them. But that back nine yesterday was really what set him apart from the entire field.
Yeah, he shot 68 today. He had 2 68s and a 72 on the card this week, which is crazy good. You mentioned that stretch on the back nine. He today in the final round made 4 birdies on the back nine, 1 bogey. Birdies at 11 and 12 are 2 favorite holes, and then at 15 and 17. So, I mean, just put the pedal down at the end. You don't. It's weird with team golf. You never know like exactly where you are. Team wise, you have an idea within like plus or minus 2, but you're never quite exactly sure what's going on. It seems like somebody knows, but like when you're on the course, it's hard for you to know everything at once. But he just kept the pedal down. Like, I ain't gonna let anybody catch us.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a little bit different now because it's paperless scoring.
Right.
And once you get on GolfStat, you can check the leaderboard, the player leaderboard, and the team leaderboard at the same time.
Right, but it can shift so fast because you don't know what's going on the holes behind you. So, like, you can have a 2-shot swing before, and you don't even know about it, and it's just happened. So, like, there's always a little margin for error.
A little bit different, yeah. We held I think it was like a 12-stroke lead at one point. Early on, I got out there about 10:30 this morning. As Ellis and Nico and Aaron, our top 3 guys, finished all in the top 10, and they were coming up the back nine. So I followed them from 9 to 12, caught up with a couple other guys, and then followed them the rest of the way. So it was a great day. And then on the women's side, man, McLean Neal, she's a rock star out there. She has emerged as the number 1 after Ashley Mead graduates this year. Finished tied for 3rd at the Lady Bearcat Invitational, and she is Jess Edwards, one of our student workers as well. She came out there and shot 1 under, and helped USCB finish tied for 9th in a pretty stacked field that kind of, in a way, shows them where they're going to kind of pan out in the Peach. So,
all right,
got about 3 weeks before conference.
Yeah, tied for 9th out of 22, by the way. This was a very deep tournament. It wasn't like tied for 9th out of 12 or something like.
Right.
That was this pretty solid showing. And they were only, 12 shots out of 6th. So, you're right there. Yeah, that's only 3 shots per scoring player. And Mead had a little bit of a tough day for her, by her standards. A little bit of a tough week, really. So, there's definitely room for improvement there. Yeah.
Nagging injuries are always going to kind of hurt you a bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I mean, that's the nature of golf, too. You're not going to be, even when you're hitting it good, you don't always score well. So you're going to have, tournaments where you're like, God, I just couldn't score on that course for whatever reason. I felt like I scraped it around pretty good, but I shot 80 both days, like whatever.
I'd love to shoot 80.
Right. I know. I'm talking about in their terms.
Oh, I know.
I hit it pretty well, yeah, because I'm like, well, I hit it pretty good, but I shot 105 because I 4-putted 7 times.
Yeah. But great day for USCB golf. I know Coach Corey Cottrell was really, really proud of the guys. I kind of heard
grinning big in that photo you sent me.
Yeah, he was smiling big. I got the final putt. Man, Ellis could have finished 9 under for the tournament, 5 under for the day, and it didn't rim out, but he was probably about a 25-foot putt out there at the edge of the green. He was right on the fringe on 18. I have it on video, so I'll get that to you.
I'll have to get that in the last night in the Lowco tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll send it to you first thing in the morning. But
right on.
Yeah, great day. Couple schedule updates. Softball tomorrow is canceled due to the inclement weather. So no midweek game, and then getting ready for the double on this weekend. God, we don't miss the doubles, do we, JJ?
Not one little bit.
Yeah,
a little anxiety just thinking about it.
Yeah, 2 singles on Friday and then the double on Saturday.
You got an outstanding crew though. Your student crew.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
They'll help you survive.
Yeah, we'll see
you got Mad Max.
Yeah, got to look and see what's on the schedule, see where we're putting everybody on the broadcast, and we had to run a no play-by-play / color game against Augusta on Monday. So it's just midweek games do that to you, man. That's not a problem. So Wes was out, Max was out, so that's all right. It was a great game. Right there until the end of the game left, and JP flew out deep to right field to end the game.
I saw that with the bases loaded, right?
Yep. So
yeah,
we're right there.
Yeah, I was watching that game. It was so
a lot of horseshoes and hand grenades this season, boys.
Yeah, but it's that transition, you
get
one more year until you're fully into D2, and then that's when you can really start finding those guys, those JUCO guys who want to come in and, hey, we got a chance to,
not just JUCO, JUCO. Those D1 guys who are figuring out that they're not in the mix and they just want to play. They thought they wanted to go D1, but they realized what they really wanted was to play.
Right.
And that's the guys that you start to tap into again once you get back in those, because those guys want to compete for championships. The kind of guys who are just like, I don't care where it is, I want to play. That's the competitive instinct kicking in. So they want to compete for championships. That's kind of a deal breaker for them. Plus, they also probably thought, if they were D1 to start, they probably thought at some point they had the goods, that if the right person saw them, they might get to play this game for a living. And they probably still think that. So they don't want to just go toil in anonymity. They want to do it at a place where they might get to play on a stage where somebody might see them.
Right.
And that usually happens in the postseason. So,
I mean,
we've talked about it a lot. It's a tough thing from a recruiting standpoint where it's not a deal breaker for everybody, but it is a deal breaker for some people. And so it just kind of blocks you off from a certain segment.
I mean, we talked last night about, some of the pieces they could add to make each team really competitive. And, obviously we're still in transition. So, I mean, eventually those pieces will come along, but, it's going to take some time. But I'm excited to see the future of each program, because I think they're both so close to being really, really competitive. And I'm excited to see the future of each program. So, yeah.
And even when they struggle, I mean, the games are still competitive, even when the outcomes are, it's still a great thing to have collegiate athletics, D2 collegiate athletics, Peach Belt athletics in our community. I think it's important for our high school kids too, just to see it and see what it looks like and have a reference point.
For sure.
They can see in front of them. So, what else we got on tap this week, buddy? Quiet till this weekend?
Quiet till this weekend, Easter weekend, and then we're off for a week. Everyone's on the road on that first weekend of April. So, we work in college athletics. Of course, we have the weekend off when when the teams are on the road. But no, it'll be nice to kind of get a little bit of a break and watch some games on live. It's Major League Baseball starts up in 2 days. So,
that's right. Yeah. I forget what team are you a fan of?
Let's go.
I mean, I don't need to turn my my computer.
We don't need to go there.
JJ's seen
don't
everything.
worry. I'm with you, bro. Yes. I'm with you, man.
I think you guys have a mighty good squad this year.
Yes, sir, we do.
And the Shohei controversy may be just what you need to put you over the top. I actually had the Braves over the Dodgers in the NL anyway. I think.
Well, hey, let's just get past the Phillies in the division series first, because that's been who's
God.
I don't care anything about the Dodgers, because the Dodgers haven't beat us in the playoffs since 2020. We beat them in 2021. So
yeah.
It's the Phillies right now. But the Phillies still haven't done anything. They haven't won a World Series since 2008. So
yeah.
Yeah, they still kick our butts in the divisional series. I'm hating.
I'll sleep on the Cubs. The Cubs aren't winning anything, but they'll be better than they've been.
I 100% agree. I hate seeing Dansby wear those blue pinstripes, but
I love it.
God, yeah.
But no, I'm excited for you guys. I mean, I'm not. You watch those movies growing up as a kid, Rookie of the Year, and that makes you a Cub fan. That's why as an Angels fan growing up.
Funky butt loving.
Did he just say funky butt loving? They've bleeped that out. They've now made
what?
Yeah,
it's the greatest line of the movie. Because it's so random and off the cuff. I love it.
Garden Hose.
Great movie.
Oh man,
great movie.
I actually referenced that movie during the Electric Eels softball game tonight because we got a little girl who has like the quickest trigger ever. Like she doesn't even step. It's just shoo. I was like, she's like Henry Rowengarten, man.
Yeah,
she's got the
Garden Hoser.
Yeah, she's got the whip. But well, good stuff, man. I'm glad you got to enjoy the the fruits of victory at Oldfield. It's fun to cover a winner in a golf tournament. Always.
Well, that's two successful home tournaments for both the guys and the girls. Girls finished second a couple weeks back, and to see the guys do it and do it in impressive fashion.
You ain't first, you're last. It feels better to get first.
That's true, but SCAD Savannah is a pretty good team on the women's side. They've always been pretty good. So.
No, I'm just saying it feels different to go get that first place trophy than that second place one.
It was great to see all of the team was already on 18 when Ellis finished up. So got all that celebration on there.
There we go.
So you'll get those videos.
That's the B-roll I'm looking for.
Yeah, you'll get it first thing in the morning when I head up back to the office.
Right on, brother. Well, thanks for the update and get some rest for the weekend. Should be fun times.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Catch y'all later.
Fins up.
Peace,
later, bro. Brackin Lambert, USCB Sand Sharks Sports Information Director, reporting on the Sand Sharks winning the Oldfield Classic. Once again, 4 over for 54 holes is pretty legit golf.
Yeah,
293, 287, 288. So they were 1 under for the last 2 rounds. Bright 68, 72, 68. Gosh, I can't even do that on putt. That's crazy good. Crazy good. And then the women, Wingate won that one at 904, won it by 2 over Lee. Limestone at 909, so it was tied at the top. USCB at 933, so they're 29 shots behind Wingate. It's a decent amount, but it's not tremendous margin, especially because, like I said, Meade had a couple rounds in the 80s, and she's generally a little better than that. McLean Neal, really solid. Jessica Edwards coming on really strong. So they're getting down to it. They've got the Peach Belt coming up, and then I guess they don't get to go to nationals this year, so that'll be it. Peach Belt, man. But varsity sponsors of LowcoSports, DDS Web Design builds, hosts, and maintains websites for businesses and nonprofits that get results. So if you need to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, find DDS Web Design at ddshhi.com. Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties, and they've jumped on board to help us continue to expand our coverage in those counties and shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes around the Lowcountry. So thanks to the Parker Law Group. Reverence Wrestling Club is the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind, our wrestling podcast. You got to go to Reverence Wrestling Club if you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level. And Dr. Ambrose Cole is the official chiropractor of LowcoSports. You can find him at Rooted Living Wellness in Bluffton, and he will get you feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. Dr. Ambrose Cole, varsity sponsors of LowcoSports. Max. I wasn't looking at you. I was just talking. I was looking at scores.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine, man.
Few other scores. Boys lacrosse. Bluffton gets a dub, 17-11 over Islands from Savannah. Girls soccer, Beaufort, 16-0 over North Charleston. That was a mismatch. Palmetto Christian beat Hilton Head Christian in PKs after a 2-2 draw. Still looking for that Hilton Head James Island score. Hampton beat
I was looking
Ridgeland
for it.
Hardyville 10-0. Lucy Beckham beat Colleton 12-1, boys and girls. We told you about May River over Bluffton and Hilton Head over James Island on the boys' side. Patrick Henry beat St. John's Christian 5-2. Ridgeland Hardyville beat Hampton 4-3 in OT. Haven't seen a score yet on Whale Branch or Royal Live Oaks games. And then on the baseball diamonds, not much. Bridges Prep 15-0 over Whale Branch. Orangeburg Prep 11-1 over Colleton. Softball, a little more interesting. Elizabethton 6-0 over Beaufort. Bridges Prep 15-3 over Whale Branch. Hanahan 9-2 over Battery Creek. And James Island 13-11 over Colleton County. So that shakes things up a little bit in that softball region where May River is still kind of positioned to be the team to beat, but we'll have to see what else shakes out there because James Island is kind of mucking things up.
Yeah, they kind of are. Yeah,
Colleton's lost a couple now, which is a little out of character.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter what sport it is. This region always finds a way to make it extremely interesting.
Does not disappoint. It does not disappoint.
It
I mean, it's not always. It's not like super high level in every sport, but it's pretty competitive. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's always competitive.
Like, it's either really good across the board or kind of mid across the board, so everybody's the same. So it's still exciting, even if they're not.
Yeah.
It's kind of like boys basketball, like it wasn't a great region, but it was a really competitive region, and it made the games pretty compelling. So, I mean, I guess that's the nature of the beast when you've got good classification system, which we kind of had. It's better now. We do have the highlights from this Beaufort game, though, courtesy of Beaufort's own.
Yes, sir.
Javon, hardest working man.
This Elizabethton team must be real strong.
Oh, wow, pitch. Thought I was on the highlights here, but this looks like the whole broadcast. No, this is the highlights. It's just 15 minutes long. That's all.
And I realized as I did.
Rough one for Kylie tonight.
It was a softball game the other day versus Battery.
Yeah, I mean, I think
so I'm gonna try to calm down.
If you can put the ball in play against her, you can.
And Molly Johnson, who saw
put the pressure on their defense. They've got a couple kids that are, they're doing a good job, but they're asking a lot of them. And so
there's Javon, right in the corner there. There's our buddy, right there.
There he is, hanging out. Oops. I was going to skip ahead a little bit. More importantly, I was going to turn on the volume a little bit so I could hear myself think. But there's Javon. There he is, hanging out.
Yeah, that's where we sat for the game against us.
I know. I always get distracted by looking at you guys instead of watching the game. Like, oh yeah, there's Javon and Max. What are they doing?
The bugs were so bad that night too. It was so bad. It was the perfect weather for the bugs just to be out, and I forgot to take a hoodie with me so I wouldn't get eaten alive.
You got to carry one around in the car this time of year.
Yeah, I know.
The emergency
I found that
hoodie.
out.
Who cares what it smells like? If it keeps the bugs off you, it's fine. But see, that's what I mean. Is like you can. That's what Creek was able to do to them to stay in that game the other night. Was just get the ball on the ground and make them do something.
I don't know if this is. I wouldn't say it's Kylie's weakness, but she's had this happen a couple times where she throws to first, whether it's like a routine ground ball or something, or like a pick off attempt of some sort, or trying to throw to first. I don't know what it is, but she always. Oh wow, that was a bad throw.
Well, it's a hard.
She's had a.
Yeah, it's probably something that Bob Lehman, Battery Creek's coach, is her travel coach, so he knows. He knows if there's something you can exploit, and he was trying to play small ball, get the ball on the ground, and make her make plays. And also knowing that they, as Kylie told us on the show, they have an experienced first baseman. So you just want to try to put them in positions where they have to try to make a play, and taking full swings at her, it's hard to square one up. So if you can just bunt it and get it on the ground, you got a shot. Livingston, Javon pointing out that their pitcher Bird was slinging it. She was. She got some gas. Kylie breaking up the no-hitter in the 6th.
Yeah, well.
So yeah, this Elizabethton team, really solid, taking down probably our 2 best teams in the area, you'd have to say.
Yeah.
Although
sure.
Carlton Prep would probably have something to say about that. And maybe Carlton County as well.
And strike 3.
Carlton County's got an excellent offense. They just don't have a true pitcher. Bailey and Lenasia. Bailey and Lenasia both, they can do it. They can do the job, but they're not pitchers. Like Bailey's not a pitcher to the next level. So that's one thing. But Kylie is a pitcher. So I'm excited to see that Bluffton-May River game. That's going to be really fun.
That's going to be fun. When is that on? Is that
That is Monday the 8th.
Oh, if I didn't have to work, I would be at that game.
That's going to be a
good
one.
I didn't have to work, man. Yeah,
I don't even know what I'll be doing that night.
Just watching the clip, that pitcher for Elizabethton was throwing absolute heat. It got to the plate in a hurry. Yeah.
Man, it does too. In softball.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's not a far distance from the circle to home. It is
no, it's like 35 feet.
If you're throwing heat, you're throwing heat. It's just it gets to the plate in a real hurry.
All right, so it's Leela Bird, and her stats on the season: she's thrown 40 2/3 innings. She's given up 21 hits, 19 runs, 9 earned, 79 strikeouts, and 18 walks, 35 strikeouts, looking 155 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, and 141 batting average against. So she's legitimately.
Holy cow! Yeah, she's good.
The real deal.
That one hit straight to center field, going to hit the ground. I'm gonna make it.
Trying to see if she's.
Probably one of the best hits we've
seen all night. What if I told you that she's a 2026?
Pass ball going for the.
Wait, what?
Okay.
So wait, she's a sophomore.
AKA a sophomore. And she's a catcher. She's a catcher, third baseman at the next level, apparently.
I hope they come down next year so I can find out what colleges are looking at her.
That girl can play. She can play.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I mean.
Wow.
I don't know.
3 seniors combined between 2 teams. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first game I'm seeing Kylie struggle, and it's not because she's not good. It's just because the team she's playing is just that much better. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's a tendency.
She still had 12 strikeouts tonight. I mean, in a game like that, that's impressive. Yeah.
Well, and she gave up only 3 earned, so 6 total, but only 3 earned. So she hit 2, she walked 2, struck out 12. Still a solid outing against a really quality squad. So
yeah, hold on.
If that's as rough as it gets, that's pretty decent. Pretty decent.
Yeah, hold on.
You can live with it.
I want to look here. I mean, yeah, Buford
made
7 errors.
Yeah.
7 errors tonight. That's a lot. That would be. I feel like it'd be a bit of a different, or at least a closer game. I mean, only 1 hit in the game for Buford as well. So I mean, that just shows how good Elizabethton is. So I mean, there's nothing for Buford to hang their heads down on. It's just a better team. It's nothing against them. They're a really good. Buford's a really good team, but Elizabethton's just
dropped the ball. Dang.
Just better.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it will make both Buford and May River better for having seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buford, if they have a weakness, it's the defense. When they play clean defense, they're solid. Which the key is, if Kylie gets a lot of strikeouts, they don't have to play a lot of defense. But
even when she gets a lot of strikeouts, you still gotta have defense.
Well, yeah, I mean, she struck out 12 tonight, but you got to get 21 outs. So,
that's still... the other thing was this: she played against Battery Creek, and they scored 4 runs. 4 runs in
with
her?
one hit. Yeah, 4 runs with one hit. Yeah.
So I mean, Buford had 3 errors in that game. I mean, the errors are that biggest factor for them. I really liked it. I really like this team, but those errors are what's going to kill them.
Right. But yeah, I mean, you would think that will continue to get better as season goes on, especially with younger players.
I believe so. Yeah.
Just getting reps and seeing it against a team like this, seeing the game at a faster speed, can really connect some dots for kids especially kids who are newer to the game, who haven't played a lot of travel ball, haven't seen the game played at a really high level a lot. It can kind of unlock some things to be like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So that you might light a little fire under some of them now, but they're still set up pretty well in the region and beyond. I mean, you're only as good as your pitcher, and she's going to give them a chance. She's always going to be able to give them a chance. So they can just do enough on offense, so they'll be all right. But shifting the gears a little bit, not much else really to talk about today. There was a golf match at Charleston Muni. Lucy Beckham got the dub with a 160. Bluffton and James Island tied with 169. May River 172. Hilton Head 184. Lucy Beckham's Sam Sprayberry, interesting name. The medalist was a 37. Lawson Rively from Bluffton and Landry Williams from May River, both with 39s, and Brady Sacha with a 40. He's been solid lately. He's been playing good golf.
Yeah, he is.
He's proud of himself, as he should be. He's put in a lot of work. But look forward to having him back on the sidelines at those Bobcat games in the fall. It's going to be fun. Football season will be here soon. As soon as the spring season wraps, man, I just start planning and prepping for football season.
Yeah.
Raring to go. It's going to be good times. But let's shout out the Lowco Booster Club, and then we can do our shout outs and call it an early night, I believe, because I'm tired. Coaching takes it out of you, man.
Yeah.
Lowco Booster Club. We got the Court Lifestyle Pros. Daniel and Debbie Court are with Charter One Realty, and they're Lowco natives who want to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. Court Lifestyle Pros. Revive Rehab, Women's Health and Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy. Dr. Ali and Dr. Jen. Got to go see them if you have any postpartum issues. And Eagle Creations has promotional items and custom apparel, as well as custom gift baskets. You can stop by their showroom over on Argent Boulevard to see everything they can do for you at Eagle Creations. Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. Great place for conversation, and you'll come out looking stylish at Jay's Barbershop. And Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry, my guy Chris Odom. Promise you, he'll get your floors so clean, your feet will thank you. That's Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. That's the Lowco Booster Club. Who you want to shout out, Max? You get first pick in the draft with Wes out tonight.
Give me Ellis Bright for USCB men's golf today.
Yeah.
Actually, really for the entire match that they had at Oldfield, he did outstanding. I think he had a 4 under today. 8 under total through 3 rounds. So real impressive by Ellis Bright, and to the rest of the USCB men's golf team for taking home the win at Oldfield, man. It's a good sign, especially going into the Peach Belt tournament in the next few weeks or so. So I'm excited for that men's golf team. Obviously they can't compete in national tournaments or anything like that, but I think give it a when they're able to contend for national championship and also national tournaments and stuff like that, they're going to be there. They're going to be really competitive. They're going to be really good. So
I'll stand by my claim. I made a claim many years ago that that men's golf would be the first program to win a national championship for USCB. I thought it was going to happen in the NAIA era. There were a couple years where we were good enough and very nearly did. But I still think that might happen. Corey Cottrell, I really like his leadership, his vision for the program, his background, having played but not been a star player, a grinder. He was a grinder. He understands, the mentality that it takes, and he's got that background as a mental coach. And I like the way things are all coming together there. The D2 piece, I talked with some of the international players about it, and they said that was really a big deal for them. Like, they were interested in NAIA schools, but they were way more interested in D2 schools. So I think it will, raise their recruiting profile a little bit. Probably already has.
Yep.
And with young men like Ellis as a freshman, having him around for the next few years. And I don't think you need to worry about the transfer portal so much with that program, because where are you going to go? We talk about facilities and stuff. Where are you going to go better than this? Like,
yeah, for sure.
It ain't gonna get better than this. So
yeah, it's one of the plus. That's the plus thing for USCB golf is the facilities. And you walk 30 feet anywhere, and you'll find a golf course somewhere around here. It's just
an Oldfield
is just what it is.
I mean, it's just
it's a fantastic course. Yeah, it's a fantastic course. Yeah, it's
the
so
practice
nice.
Facility's great. The community out there treats them like their neighbors. Loves having them there. It's just it's good vibes out there, but and good vibes around that program in total. It's a good thing they got going on there. So good shout outs there. I'll shout out the two stars of the soccer pitch tonight. Tylen Ulcer with the hat trick for Hilton Head and a 3-2 win over James Island, and Jacob Medeiros, aka Captain Fantastic, with the brace to lead May River to the 2-1 win over Bluffton tonight. So shout out to those fellas, as well as to Conner for another terrific soccer report. I love listening to him break down the games and doing a great job with the highlights and the post game interviews as well. So good stuff, man. Wish Wes well. We look forward to having him back with us. He had family coming in town tonight and wanted to say hi to them and get settled in. So we gave him the night off, but happy to have you by my side tonight, Max. Thanks to Conner for jumping in to talk soccer with us, as well as to Brackin Lambert for the USCB report. Thanks to all of our sponsors and to all of you who showed up to listen or watch. Where are you going tomorrow night, Wes? Gosh, it's an old habit, man. Where are you going tomorrow night, Max?
I will probably take a quick glance at the Game 2 of JP2 versus Hilton Head Christian Academy in baseball. If I can get a chance or a little break from work, I'll head out over there and just watch for a couple innings. Other than that, not much else I can do tomorrow night with work and everything. But I'll do my best to get out over there and just be able to watch maybe an inning or two.
Hey, if we can get enough sponsors, we can, get Max out of that job and get him hired over here at LowcoSports. So hit me up if you want to become a sponsor of LowcoSports and help us continue to expand our coverage, our grassroots local sports coverage, celebrating teams and athletes here in the Lowcountry. But that's going to do it for tonight's Lowdown. Thanks again to everybody who was a part of it. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m., for another edition of the LowcoSports Lowdown. Until then, for Max Arraj, I'm Justin Jarrett. Go Lowco.
The LowcoSports Lowdown podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Lowco.